Fully.
I was like, why did my emergency lights just come on? And you fucking did it.
I'm sorry.
I'm like, stop recording. Fully getting a collision before you even start.
Okay, so basically what I want to do is I want to talk to different people because I think it's so interesting that people, like, we go through
Like different
like the same
kind of.
we go through the same things, but like the way that we view those things are so different, but then we go through completely different things and we have emotions that we can like relate with. And I think it's really cool, and I think everybody has like their own story, which is really interesting and different, you know. Like people are different. So I think that's really cool, and I thought that you would be the best person to have on here first because you're incredibly funny. So even if it goes belly up, I can still use it because you're funny. I'm gonna steal your jokes.
I'm hitting every fucking bump.
It's okay. This is the bumpiest.
Yeah, I went on the bumpiest street as soon as you want to film. That's fine.
But yeah, so you're super funny, but also we've known each other since kindergarten, and we went through so much together. So no matter what we talk about, it'll be totally fine.
We're gonna agree on everything. Think about all the time is whenever we went to FJM.
That's what I was gonna say.
That's the only thing that, like, if I think about memories of us, that's like because I feel like it was very like not me and you against the world, but I feel like it was very like that whole experience. We were on each other's hip the entire time. Yeah. And there was no moment that wasn't like me and you. know?
Yeah, because there was definitely a divide between us and the two other people that went.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess we like grew to like, I don't know. Obviously, we grew to like be closer to them and stuff. But like on the way there, I wasn't excited. We didn't know what to expect. I'm probably gonna get hit twice.
Yeah.
We didn't know what to expect. So we were expecting to be like a flop. But I mean, it was a good time. But
yeah, because we were like so scared that it was gonna be like a bunch of like nerdy band kids.
Yeah. I mean, it was, but
yeah, it was. But
we were
like,
nerdy,
cool
we were nerdy band kids too. Yeah. We thought we were different. We thought we were the exact people that were like going to that camp. And I also think at the time that you came to OSU to visit me, and it was kind of like a flop. It wasn't a flop because we had fun, but like the circumstances that we were in were just not fun because of the people that came with us.
Yeah, and I see that's something that I think is so funny to like that specifically, because when you talk about that experience, you always talk about how like you thought it was like terrible and that I had like a terrible time, and it definitely wasn't what I was expecting when I drove up there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, in my mind, it wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like incredibly bad.
It just wasn't what I wanted for you, like as your first experience like up there, because it really was. It's like so fun. But I also think last year, like me, anyway, just like wasn't. I mean, I don't even know like who I was last year. So it's like for that to be your first experience there, it wasn't like what I wanted because I was like mentally going through so much stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that I think that I do think it was fun, like as a first experience up there. But I know that if you were to come up there again, that it would be even more fun because just me as a person has grown. I don't like me as a freshman in college was just not. I don't know. I think I never like fully had like matured and grew here enough, and so I had to do it last year.
Yeah.
And I think now that I do feel secure and happy with like the person I am, but I think last year it was just definitely not the tea. But that's fine. I mean, everyone does stuff at different times, and I had my moment. Freshman year, that was like really the worst moment of my life. But I don't even want to talk about that because I mean, like I'm over it. But I just know that experience, like it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
But it was fun. We went and saw Annihilation and went to Lush and stuff. But like, it just wasn't what I envisioned. Like, when I went away to college, I was like, my friends are going to fucking parties and stuff. And we literally went and saw a movie and then like went to sleep. And I felt bad.
It still wasn't as bad as my experience at Halloween.
Halloween. See, I went to OU once to see a man, and it just wasn't what I wanted. I mean, he was fun. He was really sweet, but we aren't talking anymore. It was fun, but I think it was like nighttime when I got there, so I didn't get to the campus.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was cute. I've never been there for like Halloween though, and I want to. But me and Bree barely talk anymore.
Oh my gosh, you'll have to come up next year.
I really want to.
I'm serious. Come.
I really want to. Like, I will, because both of you guys will be there. Like, I would love to go see her, but I just know that she has so much going on. I know she has all those friends there, so like I don't want to bother her.
Yeah.
And if she watches this, that's what I said. That's what I said. But I just don't want to bother her. I mean, I'll always love her. Like, she's like always will be my best friends.
Yeah.
Because she's like been through like in every memory like before college. But it's like she's one of those friends I don't have to like me and you too. Like we're those friends that you don't have to like
talk to
you
them
didn't text
every
me
day.
for 2 days. Like, are you mad at me? Like, it's one of those friends like you can just pick up and it'll be fine. Because me and you literally we've hung out like twice in like maybe even 2 months. Like, we barely see each other. Because, I mean, you're in class, I'm working every day, like, shit's going on.
We have our own separate lives.
And that's how I feel about her, too. Like, I just know that she's doing so much. And now trying to get things together for herself, it's like, why would I bother her? But whenever she comes home from summer, like, whenever she comes home for summer, I know that I'm going to see her a lot and see you a lot. Like, I know that we'll be hanging out and stuff.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. I do.
Oh my gosh, these people fully have a cello on. They're having like a concert on their porch.
Oh my gosh, fuck. I wonder what kind of music they're playing. Then. If it's bluegrass,
if it's
bluegrass, I'm turning around. I've got $5 $1 bills in my wallet. I'm about to hit their ass for a month.
No one has a good experience at Aggie when they visit.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck is in the air in that place? It makes people have two brain cells and think it's okay to like do stupid shit.
It's because they have a fest every other day.
Yeah, but the next morning I woke up after that date, there was a fest. I walked out the front door, motherfuckers they had drinks with them, and all the men are wearing jerseys and long sleeve t-shirts. I was like, this is a fest, and I jumped in the fucking car, sped home real quick, not just because I had work in like 2 hours and it was going to take me 2.5 to get home, but it's just, I don't know, it's like OU culture to like ruin my time, to waste it's OU culture to waste our time. Can you imagine me as that girl? It's like, I have to fly out to LA tomorrow, like, I can't hang out. Like,
I have a red eye.
I haven't packed to off. It's LA. We're in LA. Like, I literally wanted to be that. I wanted to be that girl that was like, I can't. Like, I haven't packed to all. Like, this and that. I wanted to be an LA girl. I wanted to be a city girl. But I think if I'm gonna be a city girl, I'm gonna have to make it happen for myself in New York, because LA. Even thinking about it, like, I just can't imagine. Can you like imagine walking down the street and seeing like fucking Tina Moja and James Charles like getting coffee? Like, I don't think it'd be like for me.
I can barely handle Columbus, let alone LA.
Do you really like not like big cities? I thrive in big cities.
It's so funny because when I was younger, I always said that I wanted to go to a big city.
Yeah.
But I'm not a city girl. I'm not. I like being there for like a day maybe, but like the driving just makes me incredibly anxious, like in the city, and there's just people everywhere, and I can't do it. Like, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's because like I'm kind of introverted, but I just feel like weak if I spend too much time there.
Really?
Like, I feel like I like power down, like
yeah, I feel like it's something like, I don't know, I feel like where I spent 2 years up there, I feel like I've gotten used to it, but I feel like that in the first place, I feel like it was just overwhelming. Mm-hmm. But I think it just comes down to like, and I think that's important for you to remember that as well, like where you're going to Athens, which isn't a huge city, but it's bigger than here.
Yeah.
It's just, and maybe it's not even bigger than here, it's just that school makes it feel bigger, there's so many people congregated in one place. But it's just, anywhere is small. Everywhere is tiny, everywhere is as small as you make it, it's as big as you make it. Like, and you were talking about how you were worried about living alone or like getting a roommate and this and that. Like, I think that getting a roommate would be in your best interest, or living alone. Like, obviously you'll make it work either way, but I think that you find your people wherever you go. They will gravitate towards you, people that you like can vibe with for a long time. And I found my people in Columbus. Like, I didn't find them immediately, but I did find them, and just taking her speak all the time. I did find them, but it took me a minute. But before I found people that I was like, that I felt like I could really vibe with and like be cool with, I was like, I can't believe I did this to myself. Like, I can't believe I put money into coming out here, and I'm stuck in this big ass city, and my family's 2 hours away. Like, I was stuck. But I think it really is the people that make it big or small. And I think when it's just yourself, it is so big, and you're like, oh, there's so many people in the city, but no one's like down for me. But when you find those people, you're like, you know, like, I have people, and this is my home. And that's why I feel like that about Columbus. Like, Columbus, whenever I'm at home, like, I feel more comfortable here because it's easier to like manage, and like, you know everybody, and like, there's no sense of like, if I don't, like, I know if I sleep till like 2 in the day here, who gives a fuck? But if I'm in the city, like, I feel like I need to wake up at 9. I need to get ready. I need to look okay. I need to present myself well, because everyone else is doing the exact same thing. Yeah, people are doing the exact same thing. Like, everyone has to get up and go do these things, like go to a job. Like, my favorite thing was to get up, go to class, get out of class, head to work. I mean, and the thing I loved about going to work was when I worked at Torso, I got on the bus, and I would sit on the bus with everybody else going to work, and I would get off in the short north, and there'd be buses flying past, and like horns, like everyone hitting their horns, like hustle bustle, and I would go into work, and like I would have customers coming, people I never knew, and I would get to know where they're from, and this and that, and I'd meet 100 new people in a day, go home, do homework, see my friends, like go to sleep, wake up, and do the next day. Like, everything about the city is like perfect for me, and I think it will be for you too in time. But I think from being somewhere that is so not sheltered, I guess, but is somewhere that's just so, like, you get in the routine as soon as you, like, as soon as we're born, we're already in the routine.
Yeah.
And to have us switch up so drastically, it is scary. But I do think that you'll change your mind. Like, I think within a year
I definitely don't, like, feel like I don't want to live in this area for the rest of my life. And I definitely don't want to live in an area like this. But, like, when we went to, like, Daniel Island, like, Charleston, like, that was, like, a big city. Like, that was, like, a big area. But it wasn't huge.
Yeah.
And that's what I really loved that area because it was, like, big, but it wasn't too big.
Yeah.
It didn't feel, like, overwhelming.
Yep.
Which I really enjoyed. And so I could see myself living somewhere like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I was thinking about, I don't know why I had, like, a flashback. I was at fucking work. And I had a flashback about Daniel Island, how we went to that Vespa cafe. And it was all, like, kids our age, like, working, but they were all, like,
tan,
gorgeous,
like, clear
like,
skin.
Yeah, it was so weird. I was like, goddamn, living on the beach really does do something for you. Like, something's in the fucking Ohio water because we literally,
they were all tall.
Yeah, they were all tall. They were all had amazing bodies, gorgeous, tan,
like pretty hair,
like happy, smart. Yeah, and I was like, I mean, shit. I guess if I lived here all the time, I'd
have no reason to be sad either.
Exactly. So I don't know why I thought about that. Like, I looked in the mirror at work and I was like, God, I look hit right now. And then I was like, the people at the Vespa Cafe would never have to deal with this. This is shaking the fuck.
I know. I saw it and I was like, it's gonna be okay, guys. It's gonna be a little seasick.
It's totally funny.
What is going on? Fully get in your own lane.
Fucking idiot. Anyway, dumbass. Anyway, did he give us the finger too?
I think he was waving at the kid.
Okay, I was like, better look it. I'll pull over. We're like, I'll come chase your ass on your minivan. I'll go for it. I like walked to the bus. I like had to walk 15 minutes towards my dorm to get to the bus stop, and this girl is like sitting at the. I didn't know that at that point the bus wasn't going to be coming that way. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it wasn't going to come and stop at the stop right near my work. So me and this girl were standing there in the fucking rain. I'm soaked. Like, my feet are I wore Vans that day because it wasn't raining whenever I got to work. Yeah. I would have worn my boots had I known.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm here in, like, little campus Vans. Like, they're soaked through as soon as I went to the building. Like, I'm wearing a jacket. I'm wearing little thin jeans. Like, it's freezing. The wind's blowing. It's raining. Mm-hmm. And this girl is sitting right next to me, and she's the kind of person that I know that, like, it's like around here she would, like, get eaten alive. Not her as a person, but, like, just the way she looked. Oh, she was big, she was black, and she had these safety pins in her eyebrows.
Oh, okay.
Like, she had her eyebrows shaved off. She had safety pins through her eyebrows, and she had, like, Hello Kitty, like, stickers near her eyes. Uh-huh. And she had, like, crazy piercings and stuff. Yeah. And I thought, for me, like, I love that shit. Yeah. I love that shit. I was a fan. Like, I looked at her and I was like, she, like, looked at me because we were, like, sitting at the bus. I was like, I love, like, your makeup. Like, you look gorgeous. Like, mm-hmm. I love that whole, like, the whole thing. She's wearing, like, she was bald, too. She had this crazy, like, just vibe going about her. Like, I loved it. Yeah. And you never really see that. I mean, you see it in Columbus if you go where I go. Mm-hmm. Because that's where a lot of the girls and gays and, like, more people that are more openly, I guess they, like, more openly express that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, their self through, like, how they look, go. But for her, I mean, the Short North is a super big, like, LGBT place, but, like, whenever I looked at her, she was like, oh my God, you're so sweet, and, like, let me get under her umbrella with her. And we stood there for a minute talking, and then we were like, the bus ain't coming. Like, we got on the app, and it was said that it wouldn't be there for, like, another, like, I don't even know, like, 45 minutes, and we were like, is it even coming at all? Because it said it'd be here 10 minutes ago, and it didn't even come. Yeah. Because of the construction. So the app was fucked, so we were like, okay, we have no way of telling when this bus is going to get here, where it's coming to, because we don't know if that's, like, this is not, like, we had no way of telling how we're going to get home. It's pouring the rain, it's freezing cold, it's getting dark. So we take off walking in the same direction. We don't walk together. I got in front of her, she was behind me. It was whatever. But I think about her all the time. Like, I hope she's okay. Because literally, like, that was so sweet of her. Like, I literally just looked at her and I was like, I love your whole thing you have going on. Like, I love your makeup. And she was like, oh my God. And we, like, sat there and talked, like, and that's the thing I feel about bigger cities in Columbus is like, everyone, and it doesn't matter what you say, and it's like, maybe it sounds glass half empty, but everyone is in the world alone. Like, everyone truly only has themselves at the end of the night when you're laying there to reflect on things. And I feel like moments like that are what make living in the big city, like, bearable.
Did you see those people just litter?
No.
They fully just threw that out of the car.
We're just gonna stop the shame picking it up. They really, did you see their hand, like, throw it out, or did it just fly out?
No, I saw their hand, like, put it out.
Okay, because I'm, like, very earth conscious. I don't litter, but I was on the highway, not early yesterday, and I was coming home from work, and my checkout slip, like, came up like this because I had the sunroof open and it sped up and it hit me in the neck. And then it flew out the top. And I was humiliated because the car next to me, I know they had to see it. So I went, and I was like, I was trying not to like show that I was so shook up about it, but I was like, that was humiliating because I know that, everyone was coming home from work, so I knew every car behind me saw that fly out of there.
Yeah.
It was humiliating. And it hit me in the neck too, which is like I had self-injury. Yeah, the car next to me, I was like, let me slow down so I'm not right next to them because I know they saw me get hit in the freaking neck. It's humiliating. I feel like here you get one chance to be the person that you are, and everyone has that set of you, everyone has that set vision of you, and you really can't change it. Like, you really can't. And I don't know, I know for me personally, I feel like for here, the person that I am is not the person that people think I am. And so whenever I'm in the city or like anywhere else, I feel like I get the chance every day to be this person that I think I am.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in a small place because everyone knows exactly who you are. So that's why I loved about college. She was like, you completely get to reinvent yourself into what you want. And you can do it more than once because this is like my third or fourth time reinventing myself.
Yeah.
And maybe this one will stick around and maybe it won't, but
that is something that I'm excited about, like when I do go to Athens, because it's kind of like, I always compare it to this because it truly blows my mind how much she hit the nail on the head. That Casey Musgraves song, Musgraves song, This Town, where it's like, and somebody's like brother knows somebody's like mother and somebody's sister, like everybody knows everybody, somebody knows somebody in your family. And I feel like
I'm gonna hit that.
I know, I was like, we're getting close. But I feel like you're really not granted the opportunity to do anything outside of like what your family says or what like is deemed like okay without everybody knowing about it. Like literally, you grew a beard and somehow my entire family knew about it and they all wanted to ask me about it. And I was like, when did you see him last? Like, how did you know that? And they're like, oh, well, I heard it from Alicia, and Alicia saw it on your Instagram, and then Alicia told Jesse, and Jesse told Mama, and Mama told Connie, and Connie told Debbie, and like
that's so weird.
The entire family ended up knowing and wanted to ask me about it.
Yes, that's
they
so
thought
weird.
you were a mask all of a sudden.
And they're right. They're
correct. And that's what I'm excited about because I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like sometimes I'm forced into this little tiny box.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to. And
you are, and it's like, even if you know, like, I feel like even you like doing stuff like this, and like your podcast, like stuff like that, like, you know that you're like you have too many like aspirations and like interests to be confined.
Yeah.
To like a little small community, like every little thing you do will be picked apart and like seen and told.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
that's what I loved about it. Was like I knew that I wasn't the kind of person that could stick around here forever, and you know you are too, and that's why I'm so excited for you to like get out and like experience not having anybody know you, experience that feeling of like everything I do today is because I want to. I'm doing it well. I'm trying my best, and no one in this fucking place can tell me I'm not doing amazing.
Yeah, because
you are. Like it really does feel like that. Like it feels like anything you do, as long as you're happy, no one can tell you anything. And it's nice to come home sometimes, but being here for longer than you'll see, like being here longer than like 2 days, it's like, get me out of here. Like a nursing student, so I can't go. I have to fucking study. But like dead serious, like I can't come to Thanksgiving. I have a test. I obviously want you guys to come up for my 21st, so it'll be really fun because that's gonna like I'm trying. Like I'm taking my.
Do you know what day your birthday's on this year? I think mine's on like a Wednesday or something. It's on something super lame for your 21st.
Mine has to be.
So yours would be on like a Monday.
I thought mine was on a Thursday. That would mean yours on a Saturday. Yeah, mine's on Thursday. Yours on Saturday.
Oh, so it's not lame.
Yeah, so you have like a prime spot, and I think that. I don't know, because like Thursday, we probably will go out to like Long Island Thursday or something for my birthday. Yeah. But that weekend, that's Halloween weekend, so everyone's gonna be going out that weekend.
Oh, but we're gonna be having that big Halloween party then. Yep. Halloween.
Yeah, you guys will be at Halloween. So if you guys can make it to mine, that's totally fun. Because I'm only having a house party. No, I don't. I wouldn't want you guys to miss Halloween because that's like, OU culture. It's like Halloween. So like you guys, obviously, maybe that weekend after my party, I would come up because that whole weekend you guys will be doing stuff. Yeah. So I'm sure, but I don't know. I just know that my birthday's on Thursday, yours on Saturday. I'll probably end up going out on my birthday, but then that Saturday I think I'm going to have my party.
The party?
Yeah. And then maybe the next weekend I'll come up. You guys can come up, I'll come up, and we can like celebrate together.
We're still here. They're filming a video. That's that one guy. What was that Cam guy's name? That was the drumline person? Our senior year?
Cam.
His name was
Black
Cameron.
hair.
Yeah.
And black glasses.
his name was Cameron, and Cameron,
our senior year?
Yeah, our senior year, and he worked with the drummers.
Cameron, is it?
Miller.
I was going to say Cam Mitchell, and I was like, he's off Glee.
Yeah, no, he was filming. He had like a camera. They're having a YouTube video
that was
too.
Kyle's
Oh my
family.
gosh, we could have collabed.
No, we couldn't have. I wouldn't have been a part of that
Kyle
shit.
who?
Kleinman.
Oh, okay, that explains it.
Yeah, Kyle Kleinman, that was like, because his whole family does that, I think. He's still on a music video for them. I'm happy so much.
It really does help me so much that Bree's up there.
Yeah.
And I'm so appreciative of her and the fact that she doesn't have that many friends. That sounds terrible, but she tells me all the time that she doesn't have that many friends. And so I'm so appreciative for that fact, because she told me that like there's like the welcoming like weekend or whatever where they give you all kinds of free shirts. I don't know. Where they give you all kinds of like free shirts and free stuff and everything. And like
That's
you can
my
sign up
favorite.
for clubs. And she was like, me and you are definitely going to that.
Involvement
And I
period.
was like, oh my gosh, that's so exciting, because now I'm going to have somebody to go with, and like I can't wait to like sign up for like, I really want to get involved in like the LGBT Alliance, and I want to get involved in like student government maybe, and like that kind of stuff. Like I'm so excited about it. Oh, I remember what I was going to tell you now that we're coming up to this place. You were talking about how her boyfriend was like super homophobic, so you deleted her on Snapchat. Okay, so I don't know whether you remember this or not, but our junior year, it was either our sophomore year.
I probably don't remember. I had no room to remember anything.
Your last two brain cells.
I'm serious, I fully don't remember anything.
No, it was our sophomore year. It was after the Buckeye Classic, and I had led Memphis band. And I remember I told you that there was that super cute tuba player.
Yeah.
And I like spent all night trying to find his Facebook. And I found him. Okay, and well, whatever. I like started to talk to him, and then I kind of was like, I don't know if I'm really feeling this guy.
That's how it is with me.
And so, yeah. And so I tried to like, and the reason that I thought about this is because he walked into Buffalo Wild Wings the other day with a girl, and I had to see them.
I hate that.
Yeah. But anyway, I thought about it because I was like, I don't know whether I like him or not. Like, I don't know. I started to ask like the hard-hitting questions. I was like, how do you feel about feminism? What are your feelings about that?
Oh, back then you did?
Oh, yeah. And then I asked him at one point, I was like, how do you feel about like LGBT? And he said something like along the lines.
It's not my scene.
He said something along the lines where he was like, yeah, I'm totally fine with it. And I was like, oh, really? And he was like, yeah, but I would never date like a bi girl. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, I would never date a girl that had been with like other girls. And I was like, why? And this is his specific quote. I remember this, and it made my stomach like turn when he sent it to me, and I had a screenshot of it for so long. He was like, well, I mean, like, I just wouldn't want a girl that and I was like,
I remember you telling me
I was like,
ago.
what? And he was like, yeah. He was like, I mean, like, would you be okay with it if I had like and I was like, what? Like, why
those,
would you,
just the way that he, like, those
that?
words. Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's one thing if you're in the bedroom with your man and be like, what?
Yeah.
Say something like that. Oh my god.
But that was the moment where I was, like, cut off. I was like, yeah, anyway. And, like, he, like, texted me. And he was like, hey, like, did that make you upset? And I was like, yeah, it did. And, like, looking back on it, like a week later, I was like, was that mean? Like, should I have done that? And I was like, I think I might have overreacted a little bit. And now looking back on it, I'm like, no, I shouldn't have. Because I reacted perfectly fine. I stand by that reaction.
No, I would have believed
He was a terrible person. And I should have spit this food.
Yeah.
Buffalo Wild Wings. I should have.
I'm like, no, I literally, I don't know. I've had so many, like,
and that's just so funny to me because that was like I had never talked to anybody back then, like anybody like romantically, other than Dylan. That doesn't count.
Yeah, and that's why like a week later, like, was I too mean?
Yeah, and I
think
that's so funny though because like that was like the first time that I ever talked to a boy that I hadn't known since like kindergarten, and I still had like those standards for them. But then there are some girls that have been with like 20 guys and they just don't care.
I don't know. I think it says a lot about I don't know if it's where we're from or like how we were raised, but I am the same way. Maybe it's just us. I mean, I'm always just people like that, but maybe it's just like the kind of people we are. Mm-hmm. I always am like, if somebody says something I don't like, and I'm like talking to them romantically, I make it known because why am I going to waste the time like sitting here like sugarcoating stuff if we're going to talk romantically? I want to be real. Yeah. And then literally a week later, I'll be like, what does that mean? Like, who can literally like spit in my face? Like, I've had boys say terrible things to me before. And then I react, and then a week later, I'm like, maybe I was too harsh. Maybe I was too rash. Okay, but why is somebody else allowed to be rude, and why is somebody else allowed to be like say what they think? It's like, well, I shouldn't have to censor myself
Exactly.
And be like, am I too mean? Was I too rash whenever I said that?
Was I too much?
They didn't give a fuck what you thought.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like, no, now I'm like, no, I don't. If that's rash, then I'll be rash because you said what you thought. You didn't have any hesitation to say it to me, so why would I hesitate to say what I'm thinking to you?
Yeah.
No, I feel like everyone can benefit from sitting back and being like, does this need to be said, or how is this going to make this person feel?
Yeah.
Because I try to do that with everything that I say. Like, I don't just try to say things.
Me too. I feel like, and especially like, I feel like I've always kind of been like this, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten a lot better about it. Like, I never say something like just because it pops into my mind anymore. I used to do that all the time. Like, if I was thinking something, I would just say it, and I didn't think about like the repercussions of what I was saying had on myself or on other people. And now I always think before I speak.
No, I still do that. I still because my mind runs a mile a minute, so I still like, if something random pops in, I say it. But I think like what you're saying, I can identify with the fact that I feel like I don't always have to say something anymore.
Yeah.
I don't always have to be like, if somebody says something that I don't like, or somebody's saying like things to me that I feel like don't deserve a response, then I don't feel like I have to. The fucking sun's going down.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I was like, we're gonna have to end this soon because we are dark.
I know, we were driving like under those trees and stuff. I was like, can't see shit.
I was like, oh my gosh. Okay.
Look at that. It's kind of like.
I love that we matched for this video.
I know, I'm so happy. You should have worn like, I don't know. I was gonna say something bitchy, but I won't. I say you should have worn pink, but your skin's already pink. Bitch. Okay. Look how dark we are.
I'm not pink right now, am I?
No, we're tan.
Yep. Okay. Well, I don't know how to end this. I truly don't.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.